Hi Libra, and this is your July 2019 Love Monthly Forecast reading for those who have the sign of Libra to their sun, moon, and rising sign. First of all, this is just a reminder that this is a general reading and it may or may not tune into every Libras out there. So let's begin with our reading. With Libras, I feel that things have been really emotional for you. And it has been probably for the past few months, but I really feel that it is only recently that you are really feeling it quite strongly. Your card is the Four of Cups, and this is, a card wherein you are longing for something, probably someone, and I don't think that I really need to spell it out to you because we do have a lot of male cards over here, so it makes me feel that a lot of Libras are really thinking about a certain man. And again, this can also be a woman as well, so just vice versa kind of thing, since this is a reading for anyone in relation to their love life. Anyway, so yeah, there is an energy here of really longing and wanting for something to occur and happen. And crossing over this is the Queen of Rods. So it makes me feel that this all of this longing and emotional tendencies are happening in the background of things. It's as if you are inclined to go on with your life, to move forward, to do something new, but deep inside of you, it feels that you are probably feeling sad and depressed, not really very down, because I really don't see this as a very, not really a point wherein you are very much devastated, but you are feeling down, and you really cannot tell yourself that you are feeling depressed, but you also cannot tell yourself that you are happy with what is going on with your life as a whole. So I kind of feel that this could be a tendency wherein maybe you wanting to do things for a change, or doing things out of responsibility, or you know it's like you're being forced to do things for the sake of doing it, that kind of an energy. And this makes me feel that you the way you are showing yourself to the world as if you are happy, you're all good, you're okay, but I feel that deep inside of you, you are representing this four of cups, not four of swords, four of cups, wherein something is being, there is some form of emotional longing and contemplation. Maybe you're wishing for someone or something in the relationship that maybe you are not receiving it, or you know there's something that is not completely happening. And yeah, and it's somehow making you really sensitive. And especially with the alignments that are going on right now, it has that very sensitive nature, which makes you a lot more Venusian like, but not in a very Venusian like to a point wherein you are being optimistic on things. It's more of you are at the point of a lot of doubts, a lot of anxiety. Even though that you tend to brush things off and you tell yourself that no, things will definitely happen. There are times wherein I feel that you're picking up yourself into being a lot more positive. but that energy and tendency to go back and forth to being positive and negative is being present in this reading. Your foundation card here is the Queen of Cups, and that is always a good card as a foundation, but it only gives much power to what I'm talking about, that area wherein you are being sensitive, and you're really looking on to your emotions and wanting your emotions to be fulfilled, like wanting to be emotionally satisfied again. Maybe a lot of you guys are questioning if I will be happy again. Will I be with this person again? There is some form of longing here with the past, especially that you have the Hermit card as your last card of the deck. This is a very reflective card and very spiritual as well, like I've mentioned in other videos, because I feel that the Hermit card, and I have seen a lot of cards popping out on different signs. So, I was expecting really to for people to have a more positive experiences. And I do see that there are positive experiences to expect, but I feel that the major themes that are surrounding the energy of July, we we all need to face some form of darkness that are already in our lives before we achieve some form of fulfillment, I feel, which is probably why all of this difficult circumstances are happening. And you're not alone, and I feel that there are other signs who had it worse as well. So anyway, the Hermit card is also that card of wanting to rekindle an old lover, a past love, and with the presence of the Four of Cups and the Hermit, Queen of Cups, and Nine of Swords, this is really about you being distressed about something. Okay, your foundation card is the Emperor card, and this could probably represent the man that you are in concern with, or the woman that you want. Again, these cards are not very strict to whether it's a man or a woman, because it can be vice versa. So just keep that in mind. So I just don't want to repeat that each time. Anyways, this could represent the person that you really want to be with. And that caring side of them. The Emperor card is the card wherein they may not always act on something, but when they do, they really follow through. And they may not always say things, but they do care about you. It has that kind of energy. And the Emperor card is really one of the most frustrating card in a love reading. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very positive, but if you're wanting things happening, if you want some form of activity and interactions with a man, or a specific person, the Emperor card is a very slow card, so they really take a lot of time in making decisions. They do have a lot of worries, they have a lot of responsibilities, so they cannot do things very much perfectly. But this is what is really wonderful in this reading, because I feel that that they are not perfect, and maybe they are worse from perfect, but for some reason it is as if they are perfect in your eyes, or their imperfection seems to be becoming so perfect to you. That kind of situation, I feel. So yeah, it could be that you might spend a lot of time really thinking about this person, wanting to check what's going on with them, or you know uh if you're single, this could be just you wanting to idealize that kind of a man that you want to be with or want to have. Either way, there is also a sense of feeling sad that things are not moving or progressing the way that you wanted to. In your recent past, you do have the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is always a good card to have because it could represent reunions, it could be some form of happy situations, that kind of thing. But I feel that this is really more of the idea of, in the recent past, you really did not take anything seriously. It could be that you did not give too much thought about your own emotions, and now is the time wherein you're really realizing what your true feelings are, or you are realizing that how important the existence of a certain person in your life. And before, you're like, Three of Cups is a very happy-go-lucky kind of card. It's not really the card wherein it takes things seriously. It's a card wherein there are tendencies to take things for granted as well, because it's a very jolly card. I don't have to think about it. I'm just having fun. It has that kind of energy. So, yeah, this could also mean that you might have engaged yourself with things that, some form of escaping reality kind of thing. And now you are doing things, or at least focusing on things that really matters. We do have the King of Rods over here representing your near future. Here, representing your near future, and this is always a good card to have. The King is always a good omen when it comes to love. This is also a sign wherein there is someone that you really care about, and they are also they also feel the same way. They also care about you. It has that kind of energy. And this is an energy wherein this person who comes into your life is going to be willing to do some hard work to do things for you, and maybe to restore a relationship if this is an old lover. um, he may be willing to do his part for things to work out finally. This could also represent the idea of just you focusing on work, career, other things, and not really giving much attention to love. That is a possibility as well. Focusing on the duties and responsibilities that you need to do. And that might be going on a different direction, because that will make you feel as if you will be more depressed because you're not giving space for love or relationship, but at the same time it is something that you are wanting and needing and really desiring. So you really need to be able to give time for love. Have time to go out, meet someone, um, give opportunity for those people who are asking you out. And even though if they are in the same sex, you don't really know what a certain hanging out can lead you, right? So you might meet someone right there, those kinds of things. But yeah, in this reading, I feel that this is really more of a certain person entering your life with how the reading is going. So, yeah, this is definitely a love affair or a love situation um, going to be entering some form of manner in your life. What is representing you right now is the Nine of Swords, and this is a very negative card. You know, there's really no positive card about this because this is telling me that this is that point wherein it's hard for you to feel at ease and comfortable, especially at night. This is that moment wherein you cannot tell anyone or tell yourself, I mean, you cannot tell anyone of all the negative things that you are feeling. There's so much that you wanted to say, but you cannot express. So, you know, for some of you, it could be you are literally crying at night. But I feel that for for this reading, I feel that this is really representing that area wherein yes, you do a lot of things during the day, but at night, that is when reality strikes, and that is when the longing kicks in. That is when the time we're in, you know, you're wishing for something, praying for something, wishing for a miracle, those kinds of things. So, yeah, your external factors involved here is the Eight of Cups. This could mean that this could be positive in a way wherein you're now moving to a better situation in your life. Or this could be a very depressing time. But regardless of how this card or this element happen happen in your life, it's very temporary. And that is one of the good things about the Eight of Cups. Because regardless of how negative this card is, it's always negative. No, it's always temporary. Sorry about that. It's always a temporary kind of thing. So it could be that someone who has left you comes back, or this is about you leaving a very uneventful and negative situation, that kind of situation, or you know, some form of reflection. Um, some form of reflection leads you to a certain conclusion and leads to some form of event that at the end of the day will make you feel better. So, yeah, just know that these two energies, the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups, is not easy. So, if there is a tendency that throughout July that you have that energy with you, I feel that yes, there are positive circumstances that can happen and will occur, definitely, since we do have the Ace of Cups in your outcome card, which is always a good thing. But I feel that there's a lot of growth and challenges that you will have to overcome. And most of the time, it's very psychological, and it's a lot of time, it's something that you have to face um, as an individual, that kind of thing. So, yeah, a lot of reflecting right there. But for me, um, it's always a wonderful thing to be positive and to be really positive about certain things. So yeah, I also thought that it's very ironic to see this moon with the Eight of Cups. So I don't know how the eclipses are going to pan out for you, but maybe it could be a saving grace for some. Because I do feel that this is the month we're in, some form of surprise can flip your situation upside down, and you'll never know. It could be something positive. There is an element here of a powerful new beginning happening for you guys. So your hopes and dreams card is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, Knight of Rods, I mean. And this is always a good thing. It's about you wishing for someone to reach out to you, wishing for someone to come into your life. So whether that is someone new, someone old, like an old lover or so, there's something that you are wanting. And the fact that it's coming in with your hopes and dreams, and then having the Ace of Cups as your outcome card, this is telling me that you might just get your wish. Someone might really enter your life. Someone might really come back for you. And that could be a new beginning and a new chapter as a whole. So it's always a very good omen of some kind, because it's basically telling us that regardless of how your month will turn out, there is definitely, someone right there who is going to be making their presence known to you. And of course, how you react and how you deal um, with this is going to be the key and how everything will manifest. But this is definitely telling us some form of new beginning is in place. And this is the Ace of Cups. You know, it could be that, you see this card, the Four of Cups. It's looking at one cup. It's looking at that cup wherein she doesn't have. It is something that she wants. It is right there in front of her, but she doesn't seem to see it, doesn't seem to have the capacity to own and touch it. And with the outcome card, you have the Ace of Cups. And this is something, uh, it becomes really so big to the point wherein it will be impossible for you to not see it. So I kind of feel that, that is somehow very much ironic, as if the cup is going to be given to you. And it's something that you will really be very happy and appreciate. It can be very, it will last some form of impression to you and will fill you up in a very emotional and healing manner. So, yeah, this is my reading for you guys, Libra. Thank you for watching and listening with me. Please do subscribe if you haven't. Like, share, comment are very much appreciated. And if you'd like a more personal and in-depth reading, straight to the point reading with me, you can do so by going to my website. All the informations are posted below this video. And thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.